All right, so I'm back with some more LeVar Ball, Big Baller Brand news. And again, LeVar Ball continues to show why he is a marketing genius. So JayZ, in a recent interview, after he released his album, which I still have not heard yet, 444, still haven't heard that album. I'll get back to reason why I haven't heard that album in a minute, but JayZ supports LeVar Ball. He supports Big Baller Brand, and most importantly, he supports and respects black-owned businesses. Okay? And again, that's something huge. That's something huge that we need to continue to do. Show support of black-owned businesses because, again, in order for us to stop being so dependent on the dominant white society's resources, we need to be and have our own independent, parallel economy. We need to be economically dependent, okay, which includes having our own businesses. That's how you establish a community, by having our own businesses, our own resources in all 9 areas of activity, as I keep saying: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Okay? So I'm going to play this was a recent interview that JayZ did, and he was talking about various topics, and he mentioned LeVar Ball also. I'm going to play this short clip of him speaking about LeVar Ball and Big Baller Brand, the importance of, being independent, period. And now I'll come back with my commentary. This is on Twitter. So let me play this now, and I'll come back with my commentary. Here we go.
Anything's personal. I don't take anything as personal. It could be a lot of things. It could be, I don't know. It could be like self-hate. We have that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's like you doing, like your own people doing. I've seen that happen. Like LeVar Ball. I like to talk about other people, so it's not a personal thing with me. LeVar Ball, he said, I'm gonna start my own company. Everybody's like, you should sign a Nike. Yeah. Now he may go about things wrong. He may have a big mouth. He may rub everything. But I bought 3 pair. Why did I buy 3? I didn't get them. You know what I'm saying? But that man has a vision of his own. Why wouldn't I support him? Right. Why wouldn't I support him? He feels like he can move culture, and his son got a big enough name and a big enough brand that they can do it. Right. Nike had to start somewhere. Yeah. Why do we get so upset when us as a culture want to start our own shit? That shit is puzzling to me. Like I sit back and I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, why can't he start a sneaker? Oh, you dumb, sneakers are terrible. Well, there wasn't any more terrible than. And I don't want to remember. Right. I'm not being negative towards anyone. I've seen some bad sneakers from Under Armour. I've seen some bad sneakers from. I've seen bad Michael Jordan sneakers. Horrible. Yeah. I mean, Michael Jordan obviously is the greatest at making. Yeah. At some point, he was selling for Nike, and at some point, he broke away and he started building the Jordan brand. I'm sure that was difficult, and I'm sure people at that time when he was building the Jordan brand was like, "You playing yourself? You gonna leave Nike, man?" All due respect, fuck Nike, man. And I don't mean like personal. I mean fuck the thing. Like everyone has this reverence towards these things. Like, I'm sure when we walked in, we started Rock Nation, and everyone looked and said Universal or Def Jam. Like, we built the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't happen. We are culture. Nothing moves without us. We just continue to give it away. And it's cool. Everyone can participate. Nike still works with Jordan. Right. It's just the nature of our relationship has to change.
We have to change. We can be empowered.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, that's what's up. Now, notice how he said culture, our culture, we, our culture. He's trying to be politically correct. We know that. He doesn't want to piss off his business partners and sponsors and stuff like that. But we know he's talking about black people. Culture is black people. People classified as black or African American. That's who he's talking about. That's what he was talking about in reference to LeVar Ball. We are culture. Black people are culture. And so for us being the most creative and intelligent people on the planet, History says that. Thousands of years. Okay? Go back in the Nile Valley. Ancient Kemet. All right? For you Hebrews out there, go into the Bible, etc. Black people have always been the most creative, the most dominant, and most intelligent species on this planet. So that's why JayZ's talking about culture, our culture. Why can't we support our own? Like he said, why wouldn't I support it? You know? Yeah, and JayZ, I didn't get my shoes. I ordered my shoes. Nobody's getting their shoes until November. So everybody's good on that. The only people that got their shoes is obviously the Ball family, because they can rock their own shoes early. They get their early pair. And me being the sneakerhead I am, you know, I can't wait for my shoes to come in. November, trust me, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do an on-foot video with the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And just doing my thing in the ZO2's, the OG colorway. But anyway, family, this was huge, man. That's why I said, you know, LeVar Ball continues to show why he is a marketing genius. Despite however you feel about him personally, whether he's annoying or whatever kind of personal grievances you have towards him, that's not the point. The point is that this man has had one of the greatest people in terms of star power, in terms of athletes, entertainment. Michael Jordan has mentioned him by name. JayZ, one of the greatest rappers of all time, has mentioned him by name and bought his product. Okay? The list goes on and on and on. He's got celebrities co-signing him. He has all kinds of people supporting him, mentioning his name, etc., etc. His son is on the Lakers. Probably the most hyped up Laker, because the guy is from, you know, Lonzo is from Los Angeles, but probably the most hyped up Laker I can't remember, even more hyped up than Kobe coming into the league. You know, all because of LeVar Ball and his marketing prowess. His big mouth turns into marketing dollars. And JayZ just co-signed a black-owned business in LeVar Ball. So that's huge. That's huge. And like I keep saying, in order for us to stop being so dependent on the dominant white society's resources, in which I'm using their resources right now in a Google-owned infrastructure called YouTube, we need to support brothers like Daryl Cluis in blackspot.com and a YouTube equivalent, which is Blackspot TV. Financially support the brother so he can get better infrastructure, so that that particular website can take off and can be in competition with YouTube. Right? Everybody's talking about, you know, YouTube is shutting their channel down, you know, demonetizing people. I mean, listen, I haven't made a dime off YouTube for I don't know how long, probably 4 or 5 years. So I don't, you know, do this for money at all. I don't get on YouTube and ask for money. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't get on YouTube for money. Okay? I speak about topics pertaining to black society. I say my piece and keep it moving. Hopefully you learn something. Hopefully you get empowered. But, you know, I say my piece and keep it moving. That's basically what I do. You know what I'm saying? But going back to JayZ, as far as the album, you know, it's critically acclaimed, 444. I've heard a lot of great reviews. I have not heard the album because simply I don't care. And I'm being real. Like, I don't listen, man. I'm not really into hip hop like I used to back in the day. You know, I just don't. Like, I find myself just listening to a lot of instrumentals. I listen to a lot of jazz. Just really, I don't listen to a lot of current stuff. What I'm basically trying to say. All the stuff I listen to is like stuff that's a couple years old, 5-6 years old. I listened to a lot of Dilla, either his beats or the stuff that he produced, you know, whether it be Slum Village, J88, stuff like that. I listen to a lot of his stuff, but mainly I don't listen to a lot of current rap, hip hop, or current music in general. And I have a very eclectic sense of music. Like I'll listen to anybody from like either, you know, some underground rappers you never heard of, you know, like Soul Father Rasco. Some of y'all probably never heard of. I would say majority of you guys never heard of this guy. He's from the Bay Area. I think probably he's in my top 5 as far as greatest rappers. Rasco, I listen to him a lot. Then I listen to a guy named Paul Metheny. He's a jazz musician. You know, Paul Metheny, and you know this guy's great musician. You know what I'm saying? So I'll listen to movie scores. One of my favorite movie scores is a movie called it's a Othello remake. It starred Mekhi Phifer. The movie came out in the early 2000s, but their score, I love the score. I listen to that thing a lot. It's like I'll play that and just play that either in my office or in the car and just ride around to that score. I just love the score of that movie. So, you know, like I said, I have a very eclectic sense of music, and I don't care about today's music at all. So even though the album is most likely classic, I may or may not listen to it. I don't know. Who knows? You know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, family. Anyway, like I said, JayZ, like I said, he supports black businesses. That's the main motto of what he's basically trying to say. He supports black businesses. He supports independent brands, independent businesses, and that is a great look for JayZ. When he says our culture, he's talking about black people. You're classified as black or African American, that's who he's talking about, and that's what we collectively as a group need to continue to do. Support our own. It's just that simple. Support our own so we can grow economically and be economically dependent and not depend on the dominant white society's resources. Straight up. All right, family. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below about this JayZ buying 3 pair of the big baller brand ZO2's from Lonzo Ball. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, family. If you heard the 444 album, also leave your comments down below about JayZ's new album. Let me know what you guys think about that album as well. All right, family. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.